दोस्तों इस क्लास में आपको डिक्टेशन दूंगा मैं 100 WPM पर 600 वर्ड्स की डिक्टेशन है, आपको डिक्टेशन में प्रोवाइड कर रहा हूं। बी रेडी फॉर इट। The question still remains whether in the present case there was such a choice available or not. According to Mr. Singh, learned senior advocate, the case of the respondent would be clearly covered by the provisions of the Act and not under the scheme at all. Similar submissions were also advanced on behalf of the appellant before the High Court, as noted by the single judge. However, the submissions were rejected after placing reliance on Section 4(5) of the Act. We must therefore see what exactly has been provided for in the trust deed, scheme and the rules framed thereunder. The trust deed was executed for the purpose of providing gratuities to the employees of the company under the Payment of Gratuity Act. Clause 15 of the trust deed casts an obligation on the trustees to provide payment of gratuity upon termination of service or upon death or retirement of service of the member as provided in the rules of scheme. Rule 6(b) of the rules clearly stipulates that notwithstanding the scheme of the company, if any member is covered by the Act, the amount of gratuity shall be calculated in accordance with the provisions of the Act. Similar thought is expressed in the appendix to the scheme, which prescribes the rates at which the gratuity is to be paid. The scheme thus divides the employees in two main categories. First, the employees to whom the Act applies and with respect to whom the amount of gratuity shall be calculated in accordance with the provisions of the Act and as per the rates prescribed by the Act. The second category of employees are those to whom the Act does not apply. According to said Rule 6(b) and Appendix, the calculation of amount of gratuity at the rates prescribed in the manner laid down in the appendix is to be done only in the case of employees in the second category. The intent of the trust deed and the scheme is thus clear that the governing principles as regards the amount to be calculated and the rates to be applied have to be in accordance with the provisions of the Act. If an employee is covered by the provisions of the Act, if the amount is to be so calculated according to the provisions of the Act, in case of employees covered by the provisions of the Act, there is no other alternative which is offered by the company or which is part of any award or agreement or contract entered into between the employer and employees. Thus, no reliance could be placed on Section 4(5) of the Act to submit that the employees are entitled to some greater advantage than what is available under this Act. As stated earlier, for Section 4(5) to apply, there must be two alternatives, one in terms of the Act and one as per the award or agreement or contract with the employer. The scheme on which heavy reliance was placed to submit that it afforded and made available better terms of gratuity itself emphasizes that in case of the employees who are covered under the Act, the amount payable as gratuity shall be in terms of the provisions of the Act. The scheme does not therefore offer to the employees covered by the Act any other alternative apart from what is payable under the Act, rather than making available an alternative to the model and modalities of calculation of amount of gratuity as placed on statute book by the provisions of the Act. The trust deed and the scheme contemplates two kinds of employees. दोस्तों इसी के साथ ये डिक्टेशन फिनिश होती है। बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त डिक्टेशन है, इतना ज़्यादा टफ नहीं है, बिल्कुल एग्जाम ओरिएंटेड मैटर है। मेरे हिसाब से एग्जाम में इससे बाहर शायद ही कुछ आ पाए, क्योंकि इसमें अच्छे वर्ड्स भी आए हुए हैं और उतना ज़्यादा टफ नहीं है, उतना ईजी नहीं है, मॉडरेट लेवल का है। तो आपकी मिस्टेक्स इसमें 1% होनी चाहिए मेरे हिसाब से, 1% भी मैं मैक्सिमम बता रहा हूँ। आपसे मुलाकात करूँगा अगली क्लास में अगली ट्रांसक्रिप्शन के साथ। तब तक के लिए बाय बाय, टेक केयर।